What is going on, everybody? This is Justin Martinez, aka Jay the Sports Dude. I just want to go ahead and apologize in advance, guys. After looking back at the video, I found out that I had some bad audio on my end. Fortunately, everything was good on Evan's side, so we decided to still hit publish. Now, these sorts of things are going to happen every now and then as we learn to navigate our way through this video format. But what I went ahead and did is I put my subtitles throughout the entire video, so for those certain parts where it's hard to hear what I'm saying, hopefully that will help, and hopefully you guys will still enjoy the video. Let's get into it. What is going on? This is Justin Martinez, aka Jay the Sports Dude, coming to you all live from my apartment. Hopefully, you all are staying at your home as well, practicing social distancing and staying safe during this pandemic. And I'm here to provide you all with a little bit of extra entertainment. That's right. It's time for episode number 2 of Stray Shooter, the offseason web series that's all over the place as we talk about a little bit of everything with players from New Mexico State. And joining me today is a very special guest, a Windy City Warrior with handles that kill and speed that thrills, Evan Gilyard. Welcome to the show, my man. How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing good.
Yes, sir. I got to ask real quick, Windy City, have you been watching The Last Dance, and how are you feeling about it so far?
I feel strongly about it. You know, Michael Jordan has been my favorite player ever, you know, and finally to see what he was actually going through and everything, and how he prospered and the things that he had to go through to be a great, is wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Evan, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with the first segment, which is called the Film Room. What this is I saved a couple of your best clips from this past season. You're just going to help break it down for the people. How's that sound?
Gotcha.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and start off with this first clip, which I think shows what makes you so explosive as a player is your speed. No doubt about it. You go ahead and put that on display here in a game against UMKC. Let's take a look at it.
He was New Mexico State's best shooter a year ago. Russ, now you have two Roos on the floor with two personals as McGinn hammers it home.
All righty. Now, obviously, the speed, a big part of it, but what impresses me the most is that you're still able to keep your court vision even when you're at top speed like you were in this one. You make a perfect bounce pass to Johnny McCants. Even though he's got a guy on him, it's on the money, and he's able to get it. Go ahead and just talk to me about this play, because you want to talk about 0 to 60. I think you do it as well as anybody in the nation.
Yeah, so basically, I knew what I was looking for at the beginning of the play. You know, that's why I was able to keep my head up and find an open teammate and stuff like that. I had multiple options and stuff like that, not just that one, but I had multiple options. So basically, my thought was, how can I get the defender off balance with my speed? So by doing that, I went one direction, and like I went a certain, like a little medium speed or whatever, not too fast and not too slow. But as soon as I crossed over, that's when I exploded to full speed, so I can be able to get to the spot to be able to make that bounce pass to Johnny.
Yeah, definitely. I saw you hit him with a little in and out, got him a double. That was a nice little move you did right there. Yeah. Now take a look at this next clip, where obviously we know that you can shoot the 3-ball, but I think a very underrated part of your offense in your arsenal is that floater that you have. You put that on the play here in a game against Cal Baptist. Let's take a look at it real quick.
Second leading scorer for the Aggies tonight. Gilyard trying a high-arcing shot above Parag and somehow got it to drop in. Tough basket there, but he gets it to go.
All right. Now, what impresses me the most here is that once you get past Milan Aqua, you still have some patience. A lot of guys will maybe put their head down, go straight to the rim. I like the little start and stop that you have, forcing Milan to give you some space. And once you get enough of it, you launch a perfect floater over a 6'11" Zach Parag, a guy that definitely has some height on you, but it doesn't matter. You go off the glass. Just talk to me about what's going through your mind as this play is developing.
So at the beginning, when Ivan was setting the screen, I retreated to put Milan in the right spot to rub him off the screen and put him on my back. So after I retreated, put him on my back, came off the screen tight enough so he can be on my back, I just kept him behind me, so I'm playing 2-on-1. So if the big man, the 7-footer, step up, I could just dump it out to Ivan rolling. But if he's not stepping up and he's just like, I'm trying, like, playing the field, trying to see what I'm going to do, then I could just get closer and closer. And then when I get to the right spot, I could just raise up and shoot a floater. Or if he steps up, I could just dump it off. And then in this play particular, he stepped back and was worried about Ivan. So I just rose up and shot the floater.
Yeah, definitely. And as I mentioned, this is a guy who has a full foot on you. Safe to say that from a young age, you already knew, okay, I need to add something like this to my game so I can be able to get these shots off against these guys.
Yeah, so like my whole life I've been working on like how to get off my shot quicker, how to be able to finish around the rim faster and get it on the glass or get it up on the rim faster and stuff like that. And as you can see, as I was putting him on my back, I'm already setting my feet up. I'm looking at the rim. I'm looking at the roller. I'm paying attention to everything. And then while I'm also looking off, not paying attention to the rim, like looking off from the rim, looking at Yvonne, he also think I'm gonna pass it. So as I go into my jump stop, I automatically look straight at the rim and been able to get it up quick enough to finish the floater.
There you go, man. All right, now going on to this last clip, we have to show some of your defense. I know you pride yourself for being a gritty defender, but I think
Yes, sir.
your floater on offense, an underrated part of your defense is your help defense, where you're able to help your teammates when they have some tough matchups. You showed that in a game against Seattle. Let's take a quick look at it.
Gets it out to Terrell Brown with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the screen from Carter. Brown to the left of that. Brown takes it all the way to the cup. No. And he's called for an offensive foul. That charge was drawn by Evan Gilyard getting in there.
All right, now obviously this isn't a play that's going to get on ESPN Top 10. It's not going to show in the stat sheets, but I think it really speaks to your high IQ. Now, once you guard that backdoor pass for Morgan Means, once he crosses that side of the basket, really no point in you following him because Johnny McCants is down low there. So you make a really good split-second decision. You step in at the last second right before Seattle's Terrell Brown leaves his feet and you get the charge. Go ahead and talk to me about this play. Okay. All right, Evan. So go ahead and talk to me about just what's going through your mind as this play is developing.
So as the play is developing, I paid attention to how Jabari was playing defense. So as my man went through on the baseline, my man is no longer in the play. So there's no way that he can have an effect on the play by going to the other corner because the ball is on the strong side and I'm on the strong side and he's leaving the strong side. So as he goes through, now I'm paying attention to how Bari is playing defense and Bari is sending him to the baseline. So once I see that, once I see the point guard explode, I already know that he's going to take 2 dribbles and try to go up and finish over me because I'm stepping up and over the man that's actually trailing him. Right. So as he comes and I bait him in, I just instantly just sit there and take a charge.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, this is a guy in Seattle's Terrell Brown that is a lethal scorer. Safe to say, guys like him, it's a group effort when it comes to guarding him.
Yeah. You just with guys like him, it is more of a group effort. He's one of the guys that he's a very good scorer. You can only slow him down from scoring. You can't really you can maintain him from scoring and that'll help us win the game a lot, because there's not too many players on this team that can do what he can do. So if we cut the head off the snake, then there we go. We win the game. And that's basically what we focus on all year is cutting the heads off the snake of the teams and just making sure we're locking up and creating advantages for us.
Yes, sir. Now, definitely after watching these clips, it's easy to see why you're one of the top guys returning for New Mexico State this season. But you guys have also some incoming transfers. You said you have and Jabari Rice in the mix. I know the senior class is gone now for the most part, but just what still makes this team dangerous? And can you talk about the excitement with this group for next season?
Man, it's so many things that make us so dangerous. It's crazy. Like all of our players, like we all hungry. Everybody who's coming in, they hungry as well. Like we don't take losses for, anything. We don't take losses very well. Like we're so competitive. We love pushing each other, getting better. We hold each other accountable. And I think that's very important when it comes down to having a winning team. Like we shouldn't have to just rely on our coach to hold us accountable. We got to hold each other accountable and make sure we all doing the right things to, succeed to win the games and stuff like that. So, I just feel like we dangerous in all areas, at the point guard spot, at the shooting guard spot, especially with Barry coming back, being a lethal scorer and affect the game in so many ways, rebounding, defense, scoring. With Johnny affecting the game in multiple ways, rebounding, defense, and also scoring. I feel like we really got a lot to deal with this upcoming season. It's a lot to scout.
Yeah, definitely, man. Now, I don't know if you saw the first episode of this with Terrell, but for this next segment, I went ahead and I found a throwback photo of him. It was him back in his high school football days. So I tried to do it for you and do a little bit of digging, and I found what I think is your first interview to be posted.
Oh man, nah,
You know what I'm talking
nah, huh?
You know what I'm talking about already?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I took a clip of it that I just think I want to get your reaction to it and just show it to the people. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That's not too excited. All right, here it is. Here's 8th grade. Here's the two questions here.
What's the most fun about playing the sport?
Just encourage teammates, making them better around me.
What is your nickname?
The chosen one.
There you go. From the 8th grade, already spoken like a true point guard, man, making your teammates better. But then they ask you what your nickname is, and just stone-faced, cold-blooded, the chosen one. That lets me know that you've been nice with it for a minute. When did you first get that nickname?
Man, I got that nickname when I actually had some. I've been working out with pros and like professional trainers and stuff like that since I was in like 6th grade.
Mhm.
And I used to play against them all the time and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I got the heart that I do and why like I don't care who I'm playing against. They gon' feel me. But like that's why I got the nickname from working out with a couple of trainers and stuff like that. And they just always thought that I had something special. I had something very special, a special heart, a special love for the game. Everything was just special and unorthodox. Like it's just something that I brought that nobody could bring. So that's when they started calling me the chosen one. But since then, I probably had like 10 other nicknames, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But yeah, then in 8th grade, I was just one of those kids who didn't care who nobody was. I didn't care who nobody was, what type of name they had, anything. I could have been playing against an NBA player in the 8th grade. Like I was gonna go at them, even if I lost I was gonna go at them. Like they was gonna feel me. So I always had that chip on my shoulder though. So
Yeah. Very much reminiscent of just a Chicago player in general, right? That's that normal up in your face.
Basically.
There you go, man. Also, you mentioned playing with some pros. I know that your uncle was in the NBA also, right?
Yeah, Andre Battle. He got drafted by the Boston Celtics, but he ended up blowing out his knee.
Got you.
Yeah.
You this professional basketball, high-level basketball for a minute now, right?
Yeah, I've been around a whole bunch of pros, to Michael Beasley, to Patrick Beverly, to Jabari Parker, Derrick Rose, Kendrick Nunn, who else? Tyler Ulis. I've been around a lot of pros, like, you know, growing up and stuff. So it's been a fun experience for me.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, moving on to the next segment, which is called Hometown Heat. And this one, I went ahead and I found a couple of restaurants from your hometown, and you're just going to tell me if it's legit or not. How does that sound?
Got you. That's a bad. Got you.
Well, obviously, one of the food items that Chicago is known for is the hot dog. So I found a place called Donald's Famous Hot Dogs. And you just go ahead and tell me if this is that heat or not, if I can get out of this screen here. All right, we got Donald's Famous Hot Dogs. Evan, is this that hometown heat or not?
It definitely got some heat on it. It definitely got some heat on it. But if you really want to get some real saucy dogs, like you're gonna have to go to a place that I forgot the name of the place though. I forgot the name of the place, but it's a place right off the expressway, going down by UIC. I forgot the name of the place though, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Okay, definitely. Now moving on to this next place. Now this is an interesting one for the viewers watching this. They're a little bit squeamish. Maybe skip past this. That gives you a little bit of hint as to what this is. This is a place at Frontier which you can buy a whole alligator. Evan, tell me, is this that hometown heat, and would you ever try this item right here?
Absolutely not. That is definitely not hometown heat, and I have no clue where that is or where you can find that at. That is definitely not hometown heat.
Definitely not for you.
No, I would never try that. That's definitely not hometown heat.
I got you.
I've never seen that in Chicago ever.
I forget where it is. I'll have to look up the address real quick. Let me pull it up. But I know this place also, like you can buy a whole like pig and stuff like that. They just sell it like whole, which is
Yeah,
just
man. See, I don't know no Chicago people that buy whole animals and eat whole animals. Like, I've never met a Chicago person that be like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna eat a whole alligator tonight."
yeah.
So
This is
I
it
have
on
no clue about that.
West Thorndale Avenue. Yeah, it's kind of like near Magnolia Glen. Nicholas Sen High School is where it's saying it's next to you. I don't know if that rings a bell or not.
Yeah, nah, that don't. That sound like the suburbs. I don't think that's.
Yeah, it's not the
I
move.
highly doubt that's in Chicago.
All right, gotcha. Well, since you are a native of Chicago, I want you to go ahead and give me just a nice little pick. What is one place you think some hometown heat in Chicago? And I'll pull it up for the people.
If you want to go, if you want to go chicken, to get some chicken and stuff like that, I prefer Harold's.
Harold. Okay.
Harold's got the nice little saucy chicken, got the nice, seasoning and everything. That's nice. Harold's is definitely one of the places. If you want to go pizza, I say Giordano's or Giordano's. You also got Italian Fiesta.
Okay.
You got a couple of places out there for pizza and stuff like that. And also, if you want like Italian beefs and stuff like that, I will go to Portillo's.
Okay.
Portillo's is definitely a hot spot in Chicago. It's most definitely a hot spot in Chicago.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put up some of those photos in post for the people to see. But now it's time for our last segment. Let me go ahead and get this alligator off the screen, man. I don't know about you,
Yeah,
but
man. That's crazy.
go ahead and reach out to Aggie Nation, and they got you a couple of questions. I'm just going to read them off to you. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. So starting off with the first one from Tobias Rodriguez. He says, what has changed the most in your game since being coached by Chris Jans?
Honestly, a lot has changed. Like, if you was to go back and look how I was at UTEP and look how I am now, I changed my whole mentality when my approach to the game and everything when it comes to being a point guard or just being a scorer. Last year at UTEP, I was mainly just a scorer. I mean, games I'm running off 25 points, 30 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, at times I was averaging 25. Like, it's just like I was just a scorer. But when I came here, I mean, I fought Coach Jans on it a lot because, once you're used to playing away, you know what I'm saying? You just want somebody to believe in that way and stick with you in that way. Right. So, I fought Jans on it for, probably a couple weeks. And then I actually started listening to him and stuff like that. And when I actually started listening to him, he gave me great knowledge. He pushed me every day to become a better point guard. And even if I was becoming a better point guard and I seemed like a better point guard, to him, it wasn't enough because he knew I could bring more to the table. And that's the most that's one thing that I love about Coach Jens. Even though that I provide a lot for the team and I provide a lot for him and stuff like that, he still pushes me to become better than I was before. So, you asked, a lot of stuff has changed since I've been there. Point guard skills, making sure my teammates in the right place, and running the team, making sure I'm finding the teammates, making sure they feel good and stuff like that, making sure they playing good and just leading them into winning.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, with winning, so you can say that winning games make that transition a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was in high school winning games. We went out of my whole 4 years there, we went 100 and something in 14. We didn't lose games at all. So for me to go to UTEP and to have a stunt in my growth like that, it was kind of surreal, but I kind of needed it. It put me in a place to make me want to be better and grind more. That freshman year summer going into my sophomore year, man, it pushed me so hard. If I wouldn't have had that summer, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So
definitely, man. Moving on to this next question here. This is from Sylvia Grijalva, and she says, the Aggies have not lost a game since you started playing. What did you like best or has been your best experience at NMSU? And then she also added, we certainly love watching you play and look forward to watching you next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really like to get into the whole, since I started playing, we haven't lost a game and everything because it's still a team effort. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I was the only person out on the court. and I'm just out there playing the game myself, scoring all the points and stuff like that. So like I contribute and everything, you know what I'm saying? I tried to put my team in the best position to win games and stuff. So I feel like I did my part in everything, but everybody contribute to that. And the best thing about being at NMSU is just the fans, the support, and the family and brotherhood that we got on this team, you know? Like it's just we fight for each other, we stick by each other, everything, you know, like it's a real I'm all about family, you know, and for me to come to a school that I really didn't know nobody and I was brought in with open arms and you know what I'm saying, and was able to build like great relationship with teammates, with coaches, with staffs, with fans and stuff like that. It was just wonderful. It's all a great experience for me. And I just love being here. Like I really do love being here.
Yeah, you talk about that family relationship. A couple of guys coming in this season, Jacob Tryon, the most recent one, but also CJ Roberts, Marcus Watson, Mayan Kerr. You kind of just talk about how they've already begun to fit in. Have you already started reaching out and talking to them more?
Oh yeah, they started earning their way into the family, you know. They started. I mean, they're great players though. They are great players. I mean, of course they coming in. They got a lot to learn about our system and how we go about things, and you know how we really take care of business and how Jens is, you know, like and how he, you know, get after you. But I mean, I feel like they'll be put in a great situation. You know, it's a great situation here to be in. It's a wonderful place to be. It's a lot of opportunities out of this program. So I feel like they'll be straight coming in. They'll have some hard times for the first week or two, but then they'll really get going and really contribute to the team.
Definitely, man. Well, going on to our very last question of the day comes from Eric Jimenez. Better Mexican food, El Paso or Las Cruces? What do you got here?
Honestly, since I don't really eat Mexican food like that, but I still have Mexican food in both places. So honestly, I'm gonna probably have to. I ate the most Mexican food out in Cruces, so I'm gonna have to go with Cruces.
There you go. I feel like that was the only right answer for the people that they were looking to hear. Now.
Yeah, if I would have said El Paso, I probably would have made it to our first game of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that is going to do it. For those who've been watching, thank you so much. Leave a like, subscribe. This has been episode 2 of Stray Shooter. And Evan, the only reason, or the big reason why I put you on the show for this episode is that Terrell recommended you at the end of last season.
Yes, sir.
So I want you to go ahead and do that the same, man. Who do you want to see?
That's blood right there. That's blood right there. Let me see. So who did you only did Terrell?
Yeah, I interviewed Terrell, and you were the first person that he thought of. So now it's your turn.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna go with my killers. Bryson, Tennessee.
Bryson, Tennessee. They have been called up. All right, we're gonna make it next time, my man. But that is going to do it, guys. You can follow me on Twitter at JTheSportsDude. You can follow Evan on Twitter at, let me get this right, Gilyard Evan 3.
Yes, sir.
There we go, man. Anything you want to plug, people you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to say, I know my family gonna watch this. You know, I just want to say thank you to the family and my friends and everybody who supported me, especially the fans and everything, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all making my transition from UTEP to NMSU very smooth and easily. I really do love y'all for that, and thank y'all for taking me in with open arms. And also, y'all can go follow my brother page at Young Bully. Mm-hmm. That's with 1 U and 2 G's and 2 Y's at the end. Go follow his page. You know what I'm saying? My brother really trying to build his business or whatever and everything, and I'm just trying to support him and everything. Please go follow him, look out for him, and yeah.
There you go, man. It's now on Instagram or Twitter. We'll go ahead and put it up on the screen and post and everything.
It's on Instagram. Young Bully. It's on Instagram.
Gotcha, man. Well, Evan, I appreciate you for being on the show, man, and I guess see you later, alligator.
Yes, sir. All right, man.